Couple of Lands Matter commanders. Lord Windgrace versus my favourite Lands Matter commander, Tatyova, Benthic Druid. Can do some really busted stuff with this commander. We don't have a whole heap going on there, but I am going to keep it because if our opponent rushes into their Tatyova, we can hopefully Song of the Dryads that and deal with it. And we also rip into a Ramunap, which is really nice. I think I'm going to get down a... what do we want? I think we'll get down a Badlands. We have a green in hand. So we'll just go Badlands into Sol Ring. And our opponent is F6, so they don't have a Spell Pierce or Mental Misstep or Force Spike, anything like that. And want to quickly go over the commanders. As our opponent plays a Rampant Growth, Tatyova Benthic Druid is a Simic 5 mana 3/3 commander, and it has Landfall, gain a life and draw a card. Lord Windgrace is a 5 mana 5 loyalty Jund Planeswalker commander. Discard a card and draw a card. You draw 2 cards if you discard a land this way, and you can reanimate 2 lands for -3, and then -11, destroy up to 6 non-land permanents and create 6 2/2 Forest Walking Cats. We'll get into Ramunap Excavator, I think. And we can just play fetches from our graveyard if we want to, and keep some in our hand. So why don't we go for Bayou? We'll go for Tiger. Yeah, there we go. And Ramunap Excavator comes down. Now all we want is a means of playing multiple lands a turn. It looks like we're getting into Lord Windgrace next turn, and we can ditch that Windswept Heath. Or we could even throw away the forest. Oh no, I was thinking we could throw away the forest and then play it from our graveyard, but we'll have to play a land before we can get down Lord Windgrace. Our opponent is also concentrating on ramping. They have 4 cards left in hand though, so hopefully they don't have a means of getting into any more cards apart from their commander. We're going to go in for our commander here, see what we can draw into. And we'll throw away the Maze of Ith. Might be looking at a Farseek next turn, or we could even go, yeah, we can try ramping into Tooth and Nail. The problem with Lord Windgrace is that you can ramp out like crazy and draw into lots of cards, but it's not always as, as we've seen in a game or two of Lord Windgrace in the past, it's not always that easy to get into a win condition necessarily. And so I've had to rely on things like the cards that I don't like. What's the other one? Bribery. That doesn't, we're not going to want to Song of the Dryads, our own creature, but we might have to. Because especially if they get into something like a Gitrog monster or Primeval Titan, they are in a Lands Matter deck, so yeah, that feels pretty bad, a bribery on us. But yeah, I've had to make use of cards like Tooth and Nail, which in my opinion should be banned from 1v1 Commander, or Commander in general actually. This is pretty much a 1-card combo for 9 mana, and it's not hard to get to 9 mana in Commander. And the other one is Torment of Hailfire, which I'm not a fan of either. Well, Omnath might help us. But yeah, what I'm saying in a roundabout way is that I'm having to rely on certain cards that I wouldn't necessarily want to play otherwise. This thing is 3, 6, 7 mana. 2, 4, 5 and 6. Yeah, we're going to have to Song of the Dryads, our opponent's commander, unfortunately. Or our opponent's Primeval Titan. Unless we can draw into something else. Or actually, we can get into Omnath, can't we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then play a land. Is this landfall? Yeah, why don't we go for that? That is 1 and 2. And then, yeah, we're not going to be able to get rid of the Primeval Titan, but are they going to want to swing in? I think I might actually get rid of Ramunap here. Oh, they're going to get too much value out of that. Yeah, I'm going to slow roll this and go for the Primeval Titan there, because I think they will swing into us even though we have Omnath out. So in that case, we'll just concentrate on ramping currently. Let's go Golgari Signet. And then Farseek, I think. This can be... yeah, we'll shock something in here. Or actually, do we need to? Cinderglade won't come in untapped, will it? We'll just grab a basic mountain. And then we can go for Farseek when Modo decides to catch up. And yeah, I think we are outramping our opponent here. Question is, do we want to... well, we definitely want to get into a black source here. And then I think we'll get down a tap land in Bajuka Bog. That will get rid of the bribery, thankfully. And then it's swinging from Ramunap. And we will pass over to our opponent, see what they've got for us. It's a shame to use Song of the Dryads on that Primeval Titan. If we had something where we could get out multiple lands a turn, we could have made better use of Omnath and tried to keep them from swinging in with Primeval Titan, but as it stood there, we could have got down Omnath and a token, but I think they would have swung in with Primeval Titan anyway, and then we would have had to double block and it would have killed our Omnath. And I wasn't necessarily happy with doing that. Now our problem is that if we go for Omnath, they might have counter magic. But if they use the counter magic on Omnath, then they're not using it on Tooth and Nail. Okay, Cyclonic Rift. Yeah, so they get back. They get back Prime Time. They're going to kill our Lord Windgrace here, I imagine. Where are they going? That doesn't show us. Okay, we'll just yield to that and then we'll hopefully see where this is going. Okay, it's not wanting to show us yet. Well, at least this way, we can hopefully get into lots of tokens with Omnath. And then if they want to swing in with the Prime Time again, they can kill one of our tokens that we will block with. And then we'll be able to blow up Tatyova with the Lightning Bolt from Omnath. It's a pretty sketchy strategy because... our opponent is going in at Lord Windgrace, as you might expect. And yeah, we could have blocked with the Ramunap to keep it alive, but that would have killed Ramunap and it would have knocked Windgrace down to 1 loyalty anyway, so not sure I mind swinging in with Ramunap in hindsight anyway. Yeah, I think we're on the Omnath plan, although our opponent has tapped out. Oh no, they haven't. They're on a single blue mana. I think because they're getting so much value off of Primeval Titan, I think, and seeing as how they only have a single blue mana up, why don't we try, how much mana do we have? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, 11... If we went for Craterhoof and Avenger of Zendikar off of Tooth and Nail, that would get us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tokens, 9, 10, 11 creatures. That means that the Craterhoof would become a 16/16. And Ramunap would be big as well. They'd have to block with Tatyova, I think. Yeah, we'll just go for it. We've got a couple of fetches in play as well that we can crack once Avenger is out. Alright, looks like our Tooth and Nail is resolving, so we're going to go for the filthy tactic of Avenger of Zendikar and Craterhoof Behemoth. Now we just need to make sure that we stack these triggers properly. So we'll go Avenger and Craterhoof entering, press OK. And yeah, we want Craterhoof to resolve last, which means it goes on the stack first. Yes, always need to think about that. We want Avenger of Zendikar's tokens on the battlefield, and then we want Craterhoof to resolve. Oh, and I've actually miscalculated a bit, I think. I think these creatures are going to be bigger than I originally thought, and yeah, there we go. That's exactly what I'm talking about with Tooth and Nail. It's a one-card combo, and it's pretty much the reason that I don't like it, but you just need it sometimes, especially when your opponent steals your prime time away from you. They were getting a hell of a lot of value off of that thing, and green is just good at getting rid of enchantments, so Song of the Dryads wouldn't necessarily have stuck around forever, so we just had to try and go in for an alpha swing there. I didn't actually work out how much damage that was, but I think we were getting them pretty low to 0, if not actually getting them down to 0, but yeah, feels pretty dirty to play with with Tooth and Nail, but hey, needs must. The card is in there for occasions such as this. We don't always have to use it for a game-winning combo like that. We can just have some fun with it if our opponent is using a more casual deck. That's Lord Windgrace. Hope you are continuing to enjoy the Commander 2018 decks. The deck list is in the description if you want to have a look at it. I'm tribalkai on the EDH channel. Thank you for watching.